You're finally getting leads for your home improvement business. People are coming in and they're asking for your interior design service or your 3D architectural designs. But you've come to realize that after tens of different leads, you have signed 0 of them. Here are the 3 mistakes that you're most likely doing that are causing this situation and how you can avoid them. The first mistake is that you're probably not qualifying your leads enough. You're just putting lead ads out there, you're targeting a very broad audience that most likely has never heard of you, and everyone is just coming and filling out the lead form. And on top of having everyone targeted by these lead ads, you're also not qualifying them by any kind of questions. You haven't put any kind of qualifying questions on the form. You have just asked for their name and email and maybe phone, and that's it. That's how they inquire about your service. This really allows for any kind of person to sign up for your service, and then you get all those people who might not even be fitting the criteria that you have, and they might not even be exactly for your service, but they have just misunderstood your ad for some reason. So to fix that, you need to make sure that your ads are targeting only people who are interested in what you have to offer. The way you do that is if you're targeting Facebook and Instagram as a platform that you want to be running ads on, then you want to make sure that your creative is saying exactly what you're offering, and also the copy that you're using is really targeting your ideal customer profile. If not, you will be targeting a very wide audience and you won't be able to really find the person who is your customer. Then also you must add questions on the form that you want people to fill in. Whether that's the instant form on Facebook or the form on your website, you have to ask them some questions from which you can really understand if they're the person that you want to work with. And then the second mistake that I see in almost any home improvement business that I have been talking with is the outreach effort. The outreach effort is extremely poor. What do I mean by that? The moment someone fills out the form about your service, inquiring about the fact that they want to work with you, you need to call them as soon as possible. If you can do it in the 5 minutes after they have filled out the form, great. If you can do it in the next 1 hour, that's okay. But if you're leaving them hanging for a day or 2 days without any kind of contact from your side, then it's just like you're just losing this lead. They'll just be coming from a very, very warm lead to someone who just forgets about your business because you have just stopped communication. Maybe they've seen one ad from you, a second ad from you, a third ad from you, and now that they really want to work with you, they can't even get in touch with you. So make sure that you set up a system for yourself that allows you to be calling those leads immediately. If you can't do them as a business owner, hire someone to do it for you, at least to get an initial contact with the person so that they know what is happening and what is going on. Now I understand, of course, that someone might fill out the form outside of your working hours, and that is totally fine, but at least have some kind of an automation that sends them an email and tells them, hey, the moment we are inside our working hours, which are these and these, we are going to be calling you as soon as we can. And then a second component of outreach that is very poor in lots of companies is that they're not following up. They just call a lead that has just filled out their form, they don't pick up the phone, and they never call them again. And why is that even happening? I mean, when you call a person and they don't pick up, do you just give up on them entirely and you just forget about them as a person? No, you just call them again, you message them, you try to reach them, you try to find a way to communicate with them. So that's what you also need to be doing with your leads. If someone doesn't pick up on the same day, you call them again the next day. If they don't pick up again, okay, you call them again on the next day. What I always suggest is that you call leads daily for a week until they pick up the phone. Now after that, if they don't pick up the phone, okay, that's fine. Then you can wait for a week and then call them again. Why would you just leave a warm lead hanging and never follow up with them again if that can mean increasing your business and increasing your revenue? One way to really tackle this problem with the leads and when you need to follow up with them and when you need to call them is to set up a CRM with automations. The moment someone fills out the form, you get an email notification about it, or you get a chat notification if you're using Slack or whatever, so that you can call them and qualify them. Also, you can also set up different kinds of reminders through the CRM. Let's say that you move a lead from one column that says to be called, and you move them to a different column that says to follow up again in 1 week. And then in 1 week, you will receive a reminder that you need to call this lead. You need to set up a process that is allowing you to be outreaching to leads and not forgetting about them. I want to make sure that you also know how to be generating your leads. And I have done a video especially about that. If you're a home improvement business owner, you need to make sure that you watch this video. I'm going to link it up in this video here, so make sure to watch it. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below in this video or in the other video that I have just linked. I am here to help you with that. Now let's go into the third mistake. The third mistake that I see from lots of different home improvement business owners is that their offer is just not good enough. What they're trying to offer their ideal customer is just something very basic, something that any other business owner can just offer them. Or even worse, they're only fighting on price. If your battle with other competitors is only based on price, then it's certain that you will lose eventually. I really think that your differentiation should be something else. It should be something part of your service. It should be something part of the overall process. It should be something that you're doing very unique with your service, but it should not be price. That is a very hard battle to win, and you shouldn't really be going down that route. You need to find a way to entice your ideal customer. That is why I always preach that before you even start offering your service, you work on establishing your ideal customer profile. You start understanding everything about them. You start understanding all their pain points, all their challenges, and how exactly you can solve them. Then, when you incorporate all those things into your offer, it's a lot easier for you to entice those people and make them sign your offer. My advice to you is to take a look at all these 3 mistakes, and if you're doing any one of them, make sure you address it. We had a client of ours that was doing 50 leads per month. We were generating for them 50 leads per month. And at the end of the month, they were closing 0 of them. Now that was 1 year ago when we weren't really handling the sales process of our clients. And that was actually one of our mistakes, because we realized that their sales process was extremely bad. Now, I'm not going to be mentioning any names or any kind of industry, but what I can say is that we were sending them leads, they were not calling them immediately, and also one of the biggest mistakes that I have seen is that they were forgetting to send offers to their leads. If that's not one of the biggest mistakes out there, then I don't know what is. Now, if you want our agency to help your business with generating more leads and qualifying those leads and booking them straight into your calendar, make sure you check out our website and book in a discovery session with us. It's entirely free. We're going to speak about your business, about your goals and challenges. We're going to give you free advice, and then only if we see that you're a good fit, we can continue moving forward. And just like I always say, remember, never settle for average.